Welcome to Law and Decorum with Tablet TV, the talk show that discusses the legal issues and decorum in Nigeria. My name is Ademlola Oluwaseun, and I am excited to be your host for this journey. I'll be talking about some of the most pressing legal topics affecting our country, also on specific areas of the law, such as criminal law, family law, and intellectual property law. Each episode will dive deep into varieties of legal topics, from current events to interviews with experts in the field. My goal is to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of the law in Nigeria and to help you stay up to date with the latest developments in the Nigerian law. Whether you're a law student, a legal practitioner, or simply someone who is interested in learning more about the law, this show is for you. We're not just here to talk, we want to hear from you as well. So if you have any questions or comments about the law, feel free to drop your comments on any of our social media handles. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, guys. On today's episode, with us, we have a young and vibrant legal luminary, a law graduate from the prestigious Kogi State University. Good afternoon, Barrister Ayan.
Thank you.
For the avoidance of doubt, Barrister Ayan was called to bar in the year 2017 and currently works with A's and A's Shapers. Welcome once again, Barrister Ayan.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's so good to have you here as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, this program basically is about the law generally. I mean, getting enlightened about the current and past events in our society for today.
Okay.
And firstly, would like to know what's up with the NBA. I mean, that's the Nigerian Bar Association.
Okay. Well, the NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, is a body that looks out basically for the welfare of lawyers. That's what the NBA is about.
Okay.
And that's its primary objective: protect lawyers and look after the welfare of lawyers in general.
Thank you very much. Now, this is it. Like you said, the welfare of the lawyer.
Yep.
I would like us to, talk about a particular lawyer.
Okay.
I don't know if I should term her an online lawyer because basically I myself have never seen her practice.
Okay.
But we all know she has been called to bar. That is Funaya.
Okay. Now, in this Funaya issue,
Yeah.
there's quite a lot to decipher from that incident,
Okay.
or from the incident of the said trending video.
Yeah.
First of all, the Legal Practitioner Disciplinary Committee is the body which is set aside to discipline lawyers.
Okay.
So if you fall short and your matter is taken there, that's the body that takes care of either you're going to be debarred, if you are going to be suspended, or as so be it. But of course, such cases have to be proved beyond reasonable doubt. Now, in the issue of the Ifunaya video, so to speak,
Yeah.
first of all, our handbook as lawyers is the RPC, which is the Rules of Professional Conduct.
Okay.
And basically, the Rules of Professional Conduct lets us, we lawyers, or gives us a guideline, primarily to behave in such a way that promotes the profession. Now, the law profession is seen to be a profession of nobility. It's so noble to the fact that if you're, for example, the RPC will tell you, for example, if you're doing something else, for example, let me say you're a taxi driver, you're a lawyer and decide to be a taxi driver, you should only focus on your taxi driving. We shouldn't see you in the courtroom.
Okay.
So you have to do only one thing at a time. The only thing you can do and still enter that courtroom is unless you're farming, according to the Rules of Professional Conduct. Now, if you behave in such a manner that contravenes what the Rules of Professional Conduct says, then you are taken to disciplinary body for misconduct. But the main problem, or what I see, as the main issue as regards the Ifunanya video is the fact that she was smoking an Indian hemp.
Okay.
Okay?
So, sorry.
Yeah.
For interrupting you. Are you saying it is allowed or it is not a crime under the law
Okay.
for somebody that is a lawyer that has been called to bar
Yes.
to go unclad on social media?
I am saying that, first of all, the rules of professional conduct says we should behave, as lawyers, we should behave in ways that promote our profession, right?
Yeah.
It never said, and it's not a crime anywhere. If you want, like, she went on cloud and she was dancing. That's not the crime for me.
Okay.
The crime for me, if you ask me, is her holding that substance
Okay.
and smoking it for the world to see. Now, she's not in court. She's in the private. Yes, the RBC says as your first responsibility as a lawyer is to the court,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's like your first responsibility. She wasn't in the courtroom. She was in her room, right? In the confines of her room. Morally, yes, we can all be judgy, but there are actually two sides to the coin. The major problem in that scene there is not the cladness, it's the substance.
But so far, nothing has been done about it.
Well, so far, nothing has been done about it. Well, the issue is, has the matter been, well, there are various reasons why the matter may not have been taken up or has been taken up.
Okay.
Various reasons.
Oh.
Reasons could be, is she even in Nigeria? She may be.
Yes, she is in Nigeria. And there was a time, there was news on social media that she got debarred.
Okay,
Then she came to debunk the news that she wasn't.
okay.
Do you think that is enough reason to, get at the bar? I don't know if you have, anything like a council.
As I said,
culture.
we have the legal practitioner disciplinary commission, the LPDC,
Yeah.
which takes care of misconduct issues. So if you're to be debarred, it is there that it is decided. You don't just get debarred overnight. There, it's a trial proceeding, just like a court proceeding. Just like now we are having a presidential tribunals going on. It takes its time and it takes its forms. As I said, it has to be proved beyond reasonable doubt. Question is being clad against the rules of professional conduct, being in the manner at which she said it. The only thing here I see is a criminal offense, which is against the Indian Hemp Act, or as we call it, the Drug Prohibition Act or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, the Indian Hemp Act has different sections that put that young lady in trouble in different perspectives. Now, if you permit me, I would like to just break that down.
Okay.
For example, Section 2 thereabout of the Act, you can't export. It says you can't even plant. If you're caught planting, harvesting said substance, you spend nothing less than 21 years imprisonment, not less. Now, if you're caught exporting or importing, you spend nothing less than 21 years imprisonment once you're convicted. Thirdly, if you're caught smoking or on unlawful possession of said substance, that's 4 years imprisonment, nothing
Without
less.
bail?
Without fine, without bail, you spend your 4 years, right? If you're caught with even a Rizla, that is because it's what is it called? It's an instrument used, right? That's about nothing less than 5 years. Now, there's a caveat to this, or there is in law we say for every general rule there is an exception, right? So now the exception here is if you're a child.
Okay.
Let's say you catch a 15-year-old, you catch a 14-year-old. Of course, you're not going to try a young man.
Yeah, sure.
You just have to. Your law provides that he just gets 21 strokes of the cane.
21 strokes of cane.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 21 strokes or 200 naira fine.
Just 200 naira.
Yes, just 200. But what do you want the young man to do? He's 14 years old. It doesn't work.
Wow.
Yeah. So, um, basically, also, if for example you are a landlord,
Yeah.
you own this property, and you know that, in fact, you permitted and you allowed that they can sell Indian hemp in this property, you are
Yeah.
liable for 10 years imprisonment.
10 years.
Yes, 10 years.
Okay.
10 years. So, if Unaya broke the law by being in possession, which has to be proven beyond reasonable doubt, by being in possession, and of course smoking. So if you're looking at this whole thing, there are various ways. First of all, who gave it to her? There's a chain that can be followed from here. You know, first of all, where did you buy it from? You established that you were holding it, established that you smoked it. Fine. Now, where did you buy it from? You trace it from who you bought it from, and you can see that it's quite large. It's quite large.
Talking about marijuana,
Okay.
we all know it is almost becoming a norm in our society.
True.
I mean, you could literally just walk on the streets of Lagos and just see people smoking and all of that.
Very
And
true.
we have our celebrities as well. They literally do it to our faces. I mean, we know they are in the country. It's not like they are outside the country as at that time.
Yeah.
And nothing has been done so far.
It's
Is there like an exception because they are public figures? Or it's just the way the country is?
I think this goes down as a problem with our security agencies. In the fact that, I'm sorry to say, we find ourselves in a country where once you're popular, to a certain extent, some things evade you. Some things that would not evade a common guy downstairs. And we need to sit up, because I believe celebrities should be seen as role models in the positive sense, not just in its negative. So it's down to our security agencies, those who are in charge. You see this thing, you take the right action. The thing now is, are we sure the celebrities are actually smoking Indian hemp? Because Indian hemp is not, they could, all these things have to be proved beyond reasonable doubt. Yes, so that's basically that.
Okay. Talking about our public figures, celebrities evading prosecution.
Yes.
These are people as well that homosexuality is like a thing amongst them.
Yes.
I mean, it's no news. We have the likes of Bobrisky, we have the likes of James Brown.
Yes.
Some of them hide under the umbrella of cross-dressing.
Yes.
And sometimes some of them even come out with their full chest and they say it as it is that, oh, I have a boyfriend somewhere, he spends lavishly on me. A man saying he has another man as his boyfriend in Nigeria. What would you say about that?
On the 5th of February 2014, the then President, Goodluck Jonathan, assented the bill for Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act, SSMPA. And the act basically states that nothing like same-sex marriage in the country. That's one. Two, you shouldn't be caught, publicly in the area of PDA. Let me use the word.
Yeah.
PDA.
Display of affection.
Yes, PDA for same sex and all that. If you're caught doing that, you're liable to 10 to 14 years imprisonment. Now, if you've noticed, you've never seen any cross-dresser come out with another guy and maybe they are making out or doing anything stupid. I'm sorry to use the word stupid. I'm not trying to be homophobic.
No.
But, you have not seen any cross-dresser come out with, you've not seen a Bobrisky come out with another guy and they are maybe making out or doing
officially.
Yes.
Okay.
But you see him dressed like a lady. He's free to dress. I mean, we are free. Yes, they will come under the guise of freedom of, I can do what I want. After all, the Constitution provides for your fundamental human rights. But what that law states is that, look, you cannot marry your same sex. You're not allowed, or you shouldn't be caught performing any sexual act with your same sex. Right? Now, I would like to let you know that for states that practice the Sharia law, if you're caught, you'll be stoned to death.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even have the time to that you're gonna spend 14 years and all. They just stone you. You know. So what we are trying to say in essence is yes, there's the loop. And another thing, if you notice, the James Browns, the Bobriskis, they don't really do those things anymore here. James Brown is in the UK.
He's currently in Nigeria.
Or unless he's back. But yeah, generally we know him that he moved to the UK, right?
Yeah.
And there, it's not a crime, is it? It's not a crime. It's, in fact, they want to push that culture to us. Now, yes, there are various arguments that come up from the SSMPA. Does it contravene with human rights? Does it limit you from your human right, your freedom of association, your freedom of movement, your freedom of, your fundamental human rights as embedded in the fourth schedule of the 1999 Constitution? Does it really cut across the various charters, human rights charters Nigeria has treaties signed to, like the African Charter for Human Rights? These are arguments. And I must say that the world is changing. And we are coming to a phase where there will be calls, if there are already, being called for the SSMPA to be reviewed or repealed. Because the culture, I'm not going to come here and say I'm against LGBTQ. No, I'm a Christian, yes. But I believe there are different reasons why people go into these kind of things. This is another topic for another day. Yeah. So many psychological reasons, so many different reasons. But what I wouldn't encourage is anybody coming to preach to my child why he should not be who I think he should be. Yeah. Right? So just let me know, that's another topic for another day. But not to digress and just to face what you asked me and be in the ring with you, I'll say this SSMPA says, don't get married to your same sex. Do not perform PDAs with the same sex. Do not engage in any sexual act with the same sex. If you do, you tend to spend 14 years in prison.
About being homophobic.
Okay.
I personally, my unpopular opinion.
Yes.
This is a country where LGBTQ is not allowed. I mean, this is a country where when you are found or caught practicing it, there's a very high chance that you're going to jail.
Sure.
And these days, when people try to bear their mind about it, I mean, that is for people that the whole LGBTQ agenda doesn't sit well with.
Yeah.
I see people coming for them and they just go, oh, you're being homophobic.
As I said earlier, the world is a global village.
Okay.
And I said there are various reasons why people go into the LGBTQ community. Let me give an example here.
Okay.
I'm a very practical person, so I'm going to give an example here. Now, for example, let me assume as a young girl who got raped at the age of 8 by a man.
Yeah.
Do you think such a lady would like to be with men? There is a trauma attached to the fact that when she sees a guy, she wants to go gaga. Not when I say go gaga, like there's this hatred from the inside. When she sees a man, she doesn't want to have anything to do with men. So she's going to feel comfortable saying, oh, you know what? I think I like being with the lady folk. She's going to like to be with the lady folk. Nigerians don't do therapy. So let's just leave that therapy. Yeah, you could say, okay, she can go for therapy and be fine. How many Nigerians, even many Nigerians have so many therapeutic conditions to go for therapy for, but we just shoulder it and say,
I'll just move on from it.
yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But we never realize that those untreated things hinder so many things in front of us. You just keep going. Sorry, I'm going to digress a little bit. You don't know that many things that you do now, most of them are a build up from your unconscious years. Your unconscious years are your 0 to 7 years. Many habits you have today, many habits people have about money today. Rich people Rich people are wicked. Rich people are like this. Just when they've been inhabiting those things, they've had that consciousness. Is that when you hear your mother saying it when you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you even grew up to know anything reasonable. You've been having that culture and it kept on with you. We have so many unresolved childhood traumas in this country, and it's as a result of untreated therapeutic issues. And then you carry it along and you find out it affects your relationship with people, it affects how you act, it affects how you do things, how you even relate with your co-workers and all. You see a child who grew up where, or you see a lady who grew up where her mother was always beating. Her mother would say, "Oh, daddy is a good man," maybe like that.
Yeah.
When she will grow up and one douchebag will be beating her, and then
She will feel like
she will feel, "Oh yeah, he loves me. That's why he wants to slam my head to the wall." So there are different reasons why people go into these things. But then there is a law that says, we can go ahead and argue and say, "Oh yeah, there are different treaties and all that and all that." But then the law is still the law until the SSMRP is repealed. I think it still stays where it is. But then I'm not going to come out and say, yes, as I said, there are reasons why people do this. There are many reasons. There are so many debatable reasons. For example, okay, I gave a lady as an example, so let me give a guy.
Okay.
You have a guy who his manhood is just something like this. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's how he was born.
Yeah.
How is it supposed to satisfy a lady?
You think that's enough reason to want to swing the other
That
way?
could be a reason. It's a very good reason to want to swing the other way, if you ask me. I mean, who am I go? I hope you know that one of the grounds for annulling a marriage is when you can't consummate, when you can't even have sex with your wife.
Yeah.
So how will a guy who has something that is not even up to a chopstick be able to have sex with a lady? So where will he may end up finding his way, okay, you know what, I think I can't do this, so let me go be with a guy.
Sincerely, yeah, most of the time, or should I don't want to use a particular number, but please allow me to say this.
Okay.
60% of the time,
Yes.
when you try to speak with people, that their mind works like that, that involved in the whole LGBTQ thing.
Yeah.
Most of the times, it's always due to abuse. Because I've had somebody currently is not in the country. As a matter of fact, is married abroad. And who am I to judge? As long as you're not practicing it here.
Yeah.
He made me realize that he got abused by his father's driver when he was young.
Okay.
And talking about therapy as well, this whole agenda came up, got legalized from a country that therapy is a thing. Like any small thing, you're literally going for therapy.
Yeah.
So I personally, that was why I said my unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I do not think not getting enough therapy is enough reason, for you to want to swing the other way instead of the normal way. Please allow me to put it that way. I'm not saying they're abnormal, but it is what it is what it is.
Well, you say the normal way, right? Okay, fine. Where in a country he's in a country, or the individual is in a country where there are options for him.
Yeah.
It's either I go through the therapy and try to adjust my way of life, or I just be in my comfort zone of what I like already. So
True.
So he has choices. It's not like here where you have to be straight by fire or by force. Be straight. You don't have that option. And do you know that many people use this phantom to seek asylum in other countries? Yes, many people use this idea of the LGBTQ is not allowed here, and that's one of the reasons why they seek asylum abroad.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much, Barrister Ikena Ayamu.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to the viewers. I'm pretty sure you all enjoyed this interesting episode on law and decorum with Tabloid TV. I remain your host once again, Ademilola Oluwaseun. And with me in the studio is Barrister I am. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you to our viewers. Thank you, Nigeria. Please do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We've got the YouTube at Tablet TV, the Facebook at Tablet TV, the Twitter at Tablet TV Online. Thank you very much.